Going on, everyone? Welcome to the RabidMining YouTube channel. And previously I did fire this RTX 3060, but he's been begging for his job back. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a part-time job here. We're going to be testing this thing out on FLUX just to try to get some hash rates here and some overclock settings. Before we do get started, I just want to get some power consumptions of my system, and we are hanging out about the high 19s to the low 20s. So anything we do see here, we'll just subtract about 20 watts off, and that should give us a nice estimate on our power draw. Are you currently mining Flux? Are you utilizing fluxpools.net to maximize your potential earnings? Fluxpools.net has revamped their entire process to all its loyal miners. So they understand that getting one Flux is soon going to be very, very difficult ever since the merge. In the past, they have given away over 5,000 Flux per month to its loyal miners. They are revamping it to 5 miners each week will now win $50 in Flux for keeping a 95% uptime. This will run for an entire 12 months, 1 year. There's also 0% pool fees and parallel assets fees until October 5th. There's also a weekly loyalty program which does last forever. Keeping at least a 97% uptime does give you 4 Flux per week per 1 kilosol. And to all you very loyal miners out there, for keeping a 99.5% uptime at fluxpools.net, you will be granted with 1.7 kilosols of hash rate pointed at your address for 48 hours. Check out fluxpools.net today and earn more Flux. Okay, so I'm sitting here at about 29.06 sols at 79 watts in the software. My core setting is 1290 and negative 1000 on the memory. I do believe this is a nice efficient setting here. And actually at the wall, looking at a power, we're hanging out at about 100, high 104 to the mid 105 range, odd spike to 110 and whatnot. But at 105 watts, subtractor 20, that's 85 watts at the wall that this GPU is pulling. So if we come into what to mine right now, and default settings here at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, Zel hash here, Flux is 36 sols at 140 watts. And for profitability, if there is any at this point in time, is currently, if you have free power, you'd be making 16 cents. Now, after power, you're losing 18 cents here. So it's not looking too hot. But let's see what these efficient settings do, and if they change anything at least a little bit better in our favor. So we got 29.03 sols or so. Let's just go back and have a look. 29.6 sols. So 29.6 sols at 85 watts. So now we're just going to calculate this again. We're going to try to find Flux. Where are you? So now we're only losing 7 cents after power because this is so efficient. So we're still losing here, but you can see how efficiency does play a major role. We pretty much cut our losses in half. Now, we want profits here, not losses, but it is one step closer into becoming profitable, where we need a smaller price increase or less hash to fall off. Now, for you guys that have free power, let's try to find an overclock setting that you guys can just pretty much go all out and not really care. All right, and for you guys that don't care about power whatsoever, we do have about 42.29 sols. Now, I was at 43.04 or so, but it is starting to drop here. And I think Flux as an algorithm does have slightly different algorithms within it. So every time you do check this, you may have a slightly different hash rate. This may help keep it ASIC resistant or something. But I do think I do see something going on like that within this algorithm, which is kind of like what you witness with Kapow or something, but it's not quite as dramatic as something like Kapow or Ghost Rider with your CPUs and whatnot. But right now, we're hanging out at 42.29. As for a power consumption, we're rocking around 168 to 169 watts. So if I do the quick math on 168 minus 20, that's 148 watts that we are pulling at the wall. So we're in what to mine right now. I'm going to punch in 42.29 sols at 148 watts here and see what it is looking like currently on Flux. And where is, oh, did it drop? I know I'm bad at this sometimes. I probably scrolled right past it. Oh, here it is. So it's right here. So we're losing about 16 cents per day, but we're making 19 cents. So we are making more if you have free power with, running up that hash rate, but you are using more power because of it. But some of you guys ask me when I do these tests, you want an efficiency as well as a who cares about power type of setting as well. So hopefully this does, give you the two numbers there to test out. And if you do have different overclock settings that may be better than these in terms of hash rates or efficiencies, hash to watts or whatever, let me know in the comments below. Now I quickly want to run through a few things here. So we have Flux E and Flux H. So E is for efficiency and H is for high hash rate. Now I have to go over Ravencoin and Ergo, and obviously Ethereum is no longer a thing. I did do these quite a little while ago, so you can try these out if you can see them right now. But so we have Flux E, 29 efficiency here, 29.06 souls, 1290 on the core, minus 1000 on the memory. No power limit. It's a lock core clock. I actually do have a power limit here though, 140. And 85 watts at the wall is a hash to watt ratio of 0.314. So nice and efficient settings for Flux here. Now coming in with the high hash rate, 42.29 souls. Remember, I was upwards of 43. That part's not recorded though, but I legitly say I was over 43 souls here with 300 on the core, 2400 on the memory, power limit of 140. And the power at the wall was 148 watts. Gives us a hash to watt ratio, or I guess hash to soul ratio in this case, or soul to watt, or whatever you want to go, 0.285, which is pretty much on par with like Polaris RX 580. What it did on Ethereum was around this range. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.